The ghostly apparition. Prologue. A town shrouded in mystery. In the small sleepy town of Wraithwood, eerie legends were as old as the town itself. Tales of ghostly apparitions that appeared only on misty nights had been passed down for generations. These apparitions were said to be omens of impending doom, and those who saw them were never the same. Despite the chilling stories, many dismissed them as mere folklore until the night that changed everything. Chapter 1. The First Sighting. Emily, a college student home for the holidays, was out for a late-night walk when she first saw it. The fog had rolled in thick and heavy, blanketing the town in an ethereal white. As she made her way through the town square, she noticed a figure standing by the old fountain. At first she thought it was just another late-night walker, but as she approached, the figure began to fade. In a panic, Emily called out, but her voice was swallowed by the fog. The figure vanished completely, leaving Emily shaken and confused. Chapter 2. Whispers in the Fog. The next morning, Emily shared her experience with her best friend Rachel. Rachel was skeptical but intrigued. The two decided to investigate the town's legends. They visited the local library and scoured through old newspapers and journals. To their surprise, they found numerous accounts of similar sightings over the years, all coinciding with mysterious disappearances or tragic events. The most recent sighting had been over a decade ago, just before a deadly fire consumed a historic part of town. Chapter 3. Unveiling the Past. Determined to uncover the truth, Emily and Rachel began interviewing older residents who might remember more about the town's past. They met with Mrs. Henderson, an elderly woman known for her extensive knowledge of Wraithwood's history. She revealed that the apparitions were believed to be the spirits of those wronged in life, unable to find peace. According to Mrs. Henderson, the most notorious of these spirits was that of a young woman named Eleanor, who had died under mysterious circumstances over 100 years ago. Chapter 4. The Curse of Eleanor. Eleanor had been a beloved figure in the town, known for her kindness and beauty. But her life ended tragically when she was found dead by the very fountain where Emily had seen the apparition. Some believed she had been murdered by a jealous suitor, while others thought she had taken her own life after a heartbreak. Regardless of the cause, it was said that Eleanor's spirit lingered, her death leaving a dark mark on the town. Chapter 5. The Warning. As Emily and Rachel delved deeper into Eleanor's story, strange things began to happen. They heard footsteps following them at night, and objects in their homes were mysteriously moved. The sightings of the apparition became more frequent, with other townspeople reporting similar experiences. The town's atmosphere grew tense, and the fear that something terrible was about to happen spread like wildfire. Chapter 6. The Haunting Escalates. The apparitions became more aggressive, appearing inside homes and even attacking a few residents. Emily and Rachel were desperate for answers. They returned to Mrs. Henderson, who revealed that the only way to appease Eleanor's spirit was to uncover the truth behind her death and bring those responsible to justice. However, after so many years, finding the truth seemed impossible. Chapter 7. The Forgotten Diary. In a stroke of luck, Emily stumbled upon an old diary in her grandmother's attic. The diary belonged to Eleanor's closest friend Margaret, who had chronicled the events leading up to Eleanor's death. The entries painted a picture of a young woman who had been deeply in love with a man named Thomas. However, Thomas was betrothed to another, and when he broke off the engagement to be with Eleanor, his jilted fiancée Clara swore revenge. Chapter 8. A Dark Secret Revealed. The diary revealed that Clara had indeed played a role in Eleanor's death. She had poisoned Eleanor, making it look like a suicide, and threatened Margaret into silence. Margaret, racked with guilt, had documented everything in her diary, but had never come forward out of fear. Emily and Rachel were shocked by the revelation and knew they had to share the truth with the town. Chapter 9. Confronting the Past. Armed with the diary, Emily and Rachel organized a town meeting to reveal what they had discovered. Many were skeptical, but as they read aloud Margaret's account, the mood shifted. The older residents who remembered Clara's family whispered among themselves, realizing the truth that had been hidden for so long. The atmosphere in the town grew heavy with the weight of the past. Chapter 10. The Final Confrontation. That night, as the fog rolled in once more, Emily and Rachel returned to the fountain where it had all begun. They called out to Eleanor's spirit, offering the truth they had uncovered. The apparition appeared, more tangible than ever before. As they spoke, the ghostly figure seemed to listen, her form flickering in and out of sight. When they finished, the apparition let out a mournful wail, and for a moment, the entire town seemed to hold its breath. Chapter 11. Peace at last. The next morning, the fog had lifted, and the town felt lighter, as if a great burden had been lifted. There were no more sightings of the apparition, and the strange occurrences stopped. Emily and Rachel, though still shaken by their experiences, felt a sense of relief. The town of Wraithwood began to heal, its dark history finally brought to light. Epilogue. A town's legacy. Years later, the story of Eleanor and the ghostly apparition became part of the town's folklore. But unlike the fearful whispers of before, the story was now told with a sense of closure and peace. Wraithwood had faced its past and come out stronger, with Emily and Rachel forever remembered as the ones who had brought light to the darkness. The town moved on, but the memory of the ghostly apparition remained, a reminder of the power of truth and the enduring impact of the past.